Welcome back to the Lipstick Lies and Liberation podcast. This is Amber and Sam. We're two sisters and we love talking about we love talking about all things the lies that society tells women and how we have liberated ourselves from them, navigating relationships, life, just everything, everyday things as a woman. So today we are diving into the art of flirting. I'm very excited for this episode, but it's the art of flirting for women who are starting over specifically. So, I mean, it applies to everyone, but I think that's a crucial moment when
Anyone
you
who's been out of the game for a while.
yeah, you need the art of flirting in your life. So, but we're gonna start with our opening segments where we go into our lipstick, our lie, and our liberation of the week. So, Amber, do you want to start?
Yes. So my lipstick is like kind of simple. I've just been like dressing up fancier during the day, like even when I go to work.
Oh,
Because sometimes I'm like more relaxed at work, because it's just kind of an office and it's not a big deal. But I've been like dressing like more professionally and like wearing some of my heels again, and that's been
aw.
really nice. So it's simple, but it's nice, if you gotta get up and get ready and going every day, you might as well feel good about what you're wearing.
Yeah, yeah, I feel like it goes in waves of
Hmm.
like I just want to feel cute and comfortable, and that's gonna make me feel confident, or like I'm gonna dress up, and that's gonna make me feel confident.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's really fun. My lipstick for this week is so our mom would always wear these like wooden shoes growing up. And it's
Oh my
gonna
gosh, I forgot about those.
right? She
I completely forgot about them.
and I always
Wow.
thought they were so cute and I always wanted to like wear like I couldn't wait to like be older and wear like wooden heels like the way that she
Yeah.
did. And I thrifted a few pairs in the past and they were so uncomfortable. I think they were just like cheap random brands, but there's this one brand, Swedish Has-Beens. They're kind of expensive, but they have like big sales a couple times a year. And so I got these clogs.
Those are very cute.
These like I'm showing on the YouTube channel if you're listening on
Very
Spotify.
cute.
They're like brown clogs with these little gems, and they're just
You're
they're
so cute.
they're just like very Y2K, like little heel.
Mhm.
And I've always wanted clogs, and they've just never been right. But those are so perfect, and I've been loving them. And so yeah, that's my
They're
lipstick.
really cute. I like that.
You hate them, I can tell. I'm just kidding.
I wouldn't wear them, but I love them for you. So cute.
Yeah, they are cute. I bet if you tried them on, you actually would surprise yourself with
It's
maybe.
true because like you do have so many clothes and shoes and stuff where I'm like a little more practical. I'm like, I've got 5 pairs of shoes and one leather jacket and two jean jackets. That's a splurge. But whenever you like are like, oh, I'm gonna get rid of this, do you want it? And I try it on, like I totally love it. So I'm saying it, but if you were like, I'm gonna get rid of them, do you want to try them on? I'm sure I would love them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very cool. Okay, what's your lie?
Okay, so my lie is this is going to be random, but around Cinco de Mayo, I was out at like a bar with a friend and we were just like observing all the people while we were sitting there. And the guy said to me that I'm friends with, he said, "Yeah, it's kind of crazy how like women are so mean to each other." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And he was like, "Well, look at this." He was like, "See that girl in like the dress?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "She looks pretty." And he was like, "Watch as she walks by the other girls." And he's like, "It's been happening all night." And so she walked by like this group of like three girls, and they all like looked her up and down and gave her like nasty looks. And I really think it's just because she was pretty. Like there was
Yeah,
nothing else to it. And
yeah,
I was like, "No, like that's not true." And he's like, "Amber, I see it all the time. Like when I go out and I'm with my friends, he's like, I like to people watch. I see it all the time." So, like something I have been doing for a while is like always making sure like I compliment women if I like their hair or their nails or like their outfit because I just feel like it's so nice to do that for each other and it also breaks down that like stigma of like we compete with each other and we're rivals and like I want to be better than the woman next to me because I don't like that. So I've
yeah,
always done it, but I was like, all right, I'm gonna like really try to change the narrative. In the last couple months, like all the time when I go out, I like always talk to women. I always give them compliments. I always say hi. Like I saw a woman with her toddler pushing a stroller up a hill the other day when I was outside sitting, and I was like, "Can I help you?" And she was like, "No, I got it and stuff." But like, just to let them know that like we support each other and we're here for each other. And
Yeah.
so like I've been noticing more of that lately,
Mm.
which has been really nice. But it was like kind of a lie that like when he said that, I was like, well, he's right. Like we have been kind of taught to like compete with each other and stuff. But I feel like it was a lie because like that does happen still sometimes. But there's so many times when women like uplift each other, and I think that's really nice.
Yeah, I feel like that's more of an older narrative. I don't really see that very often anymore.
See, and that's what I thought too. So like I was like, all right, this has got to be a lie because like he thinks this happens all the time. And then I started looking out and like seeing women support each other and trying to put that into the universe because if you put it out to someone, then maybe that woman will tell the next woman she sees that she looks great, you know?
Well, okay, so the woman who was like looking really nice in the dress, are
Mhm.
you sure they weren't just like looking at her outfit because they were like, whoa, she looks cute, but just like not saying anything? Or maybe like
Like,
checking her out because they're gay, you know what I mean? Like,
no, it kind of gave mean girl
no.
vibes.
Okay, yeah.
It gave that competitiveness when like all of a sudden somebody walks into the room and you feel a little insecure, you
Mm,
know?
yeah.
Which like I could say as a woman, like there have been times where like, like another beautiful woman walks in and like sometimes you instantly start comparing yourself and I'll admit to that. I don't
Yeah.
really do it as often, but especially when I was younger.
Yeah. We're like, that's definitely what we're brainwashed to do. But the
Exactly.
idea, I think the idea now, most women are like compete over a man. Like, are you kidding me? Like,
Oh, it's like embarrassing at this point.
like,
I would never compete. If I found out any guy that I liked or I was dating had interest in another woman, I would be like, that is your decision because yeah,
yeah.
I'm not waiting around or competing. And knock on wood, like I haven't dealt with that, but that would be my response.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. The idea of that like makes me laugh. Like,
I know.
I feel like men maybe tried to they invented that whole idea.
Mhm. Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah. Right.
Um,
What's your lie?
my lie is limitations and the limitations that other people put on you when you share things. And I already talked to Amber about this on the phone today. Yeah, today. I yeah, had a conversation with someone about like future plans and they were just like, "Well, what about this? And what about this? And you're gonna have to do this." And meh, 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 meh. And it's what like all of those things are like not likely. And if they are, you
Mhm.
just figure it out. Like it's I truly believe like you can create your life any way you want. And so limitations, like the lie of other people's limitations that they try to place on you, that way like because I mean it can come from a place of care, like I'm trying to make sure that you're safe and taken care of because I care about you. But it's still like that's you don't have to claim that story. So,
Mhm.
yeah, that's my lie is just like being very aware of other people's limitations and realize and like knowing as they're speaking it like I don't claim this and like yeah, for you, but not for me. Like
Yeah,
that's
and it's
your
yeah, and I
experience.
think it's also like set expectations reasonably for the people you have in your life to what like you've grown to expect from them. Like when Sam called me and told me she had this conversation with people we both know, I was like, well, what were we expecting from them? Like they're not the people that you call with your like hopes and dreams that are gonna be like, you could do anything. They're
Yeah.
just wired to be like, well, what if this happens or what if this happens? And to maybe not take as many risks in life, right? So
Mhm.
I think making expectations for people, especially people you love that like are going to be in your life that you can't get rid of,
Yeah.
it helps both sides.
Yeah.
I like
Um yeah, what's your liberation for this week?
Okay, so my liberation is a little spiritual. So like I know not everybody believes in the same God, but like whatever you believe in, universe, God and stuff, but I am Christian. And I've just had like I think my whole life I felt like I had to have everything in place. And if I didn't, then at some point like you're failing. Even though like right now, literally I have everything lined up beautifully in my life except for having like a significant other. And like for the most part, I'm pretty good with that because I'm so happy. But every now and then it creeps in, like I was traveling with my kids and everybody's there with like their spouses and like they're helping each other and I'm doing everything alone. And I think sometimes in those instances it creeps in. And I'm
Yeah.
like, man, I wish I still had someone, like I wish I was with somebody because it's nice to share those things with.
Mhm.
But I kept getting signs since that happened about like, it's not on my time, it's on God's time or the universe's time or whatever you believe in. And I've really come to like let go of that. And I kept seeing this one verse that said, when the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. And I
Yeah.
keep seeing random places, like on the back of phone cases, like in my feed, and it's not something I've ever Googled.
Yeah.
So, like, it was liberating to just be like, okay, I'm just gonna take this sign from the universe. I'm gonna chill out, like, and like just know like everything is happening the way it should. It's happening in its own time, and like I can be completely satisfied where I am now while
Yeah.
waiting for other things to still develop.
Yeah. That's amazing. That is a huge liberation. Because, yeah, I mean, it's completely out of control. The only thing you can actually guarantee is that you have a beautiful, sorry, Lena, it's just like
Your cat.
making herself known. But yeah, the only thing you can control is like the type of person you allow and the type of relationship you allow in your life. But you can't control like how you'll meet that person or when it'll come. And so it's just
Mhm.
like, okay, well, I know when it is going to happen, it's going to be amazing because I have all these standards and like boundaries. And I just know if I were to let someone in my life, it would be really incredible. They would be so incredible.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, and it's the first time in my life I'm really looking at it like that. Like going through a divorce is such a huge decision and it's so hard. Like even if you have a smooth divorce, like I can imagine and like mine was not, it's so hard. So it's
yeah.
like I'm not going to go through all of that to and then create a stable home with me and my kids and then allow just like anybody to come in. So like it's definitely going to be a longer process probably for me because it has to be the right person, but like at the end of the day, like if you're going to go through all of that, like you might as well hold out for what you truly want.
Yes. Yeah. You are not. I used to say this to Amber sometimes when she would be, I don't, I guess worried is a good word
Yeah.
for it, but I'd be like, you're not a starving, drowning woman. Like there's like you don't have to settle, you don't have to accept anything that isn't really amazing. And
Mhm.
yeah, and it's just true.
It's
Like,
so true.
yeah. So don't fucking settle. Perfect. That's Amber and I always kind of go through similar things, but maybe just at slightly different times. It's kind of
Mhm.
freaky.
It
Um
is.
yeah. So
Mhm.
my liberation is life isn't that serious and to start playing. Because like
Mhm.
someone, my poetry teacher, I was listening to a class from her, and she was like, maybe you need to do this, this, and this. And she's giving all these examples. And one of them was like, maybe you need to throw an avant-garde art show. And I was like, hell yeah. Like, I want to have like a wig. And it's like, I'm this artist and I throw this crazy art show. And like, who cares? Like, why not? And
Yeah.
like, it doesn't have to be, none of this has to be serious. Like, you actually can just do whatever you want. And so, like, but I think I've let myself, I grew up very like creative and like a free spirit, I guess, and it pissed off everyone around me. And, uh, so, so like my dreams of being an artist when I was younger, it was like the teachers were like, you have to do this a certain way. My parents were like forcing me to do like paint by numbers. Like my dad, he was well-meaning and love him and like amazing, but he would like I had to sit at the table and had to do paint by numbers and I couldn't get up till I was done. And I used to like sit there and cry and be like, I hate this. Like this isn't it wasn't helping me get better at art. It wasn't like anything it just I mean, he meant well, but it just wasn't, it was misguided. And so it kind of made everything feel so serious and like it made me let go of it as like a, well, I don't want it to be this forced, intense thing. And it's like, it doesn't have to be serious. Like I'm publishing my poetry book and it's like, just publish it. Like it doesn't matter. Like just put things out into the world. Like it's
Yeah.
really not that big of a deal. And Bjork as a like artist, a large scale artist, like she does this all the time. Like she just had this crazy avant-garde art exhibit in Iceland where she's from about her mom and her mom passing and her grief with her mom. So she like recorded all these songs with nature and then made all these paintings and then like had a projector and like it was
Mhm.
this great and then like made like a short film and it was all just to express an emotion about her mom and like that's all art is or life is. It's just like play and so which also really ties into our theme for our
Mhm.
episode. So, yeah, that was my liberation this week.
I love that. And I think people need to have more fun. And that's something I've definitely taken on this year. Like, I've had a lot of fun these last few months, like just like meeting new people, doing new things, and like just like knowing like it doesn't have to be that serious, because everybody has serious things happen in their life. And like that can be like so overwhelming. So when you get these stages of life where you don't have anything like that, it's like just really enjoy it, right? Because I don't know, life is beautiful. So I love that you're doing that.
Um,
Mm,
I don't know what my wig would possibly be or my art name. Yeah, I've just always been like, oh, well, it has to be this thing that like ties into this like serious long career and like no, it doesn't. It
yeah,
it could be something super random. Okay, so let's dive into our topic.
flirting.
Yeah, the art of flirting for women who are starting over. I have a ton of notes and I will to be transparent, I did pick this episode, so I have no idea what Amber thinks about this topic. So, we'll see if we agree or like if you have different inspiration coming through. But do you want to start?
Yeah, so for me, it's kind of funny because, like, I don't know. I'm not meeting a lot of people organically,
Mhm.
in the dating world. Like it's usually like, through an app, which I'm totally getting away from now because it's just been like exhausting and I don't know. I'm done with it, I think. But
Yeah.
um but yeah, so like it's weird because like when you're out and you see somebody that you like and you start to talk to them, like maybe you'll flirt because like you're trying to like bring their attention in or like have that conversation. But when you're meeting somebody, dating through dating apps, which a lot of people are, you don't have to do that to secure the conversation, right? You're meeting somewhere, they're already locked in. So it's definitely interesting the way it's changed.
Yeah.
Um, but I have found that giving a man a very little compliment can go a very long way. A very long way. Like I will sit there and they'll be like, "Your eyes are so beautiful. You're so sweet." Like, like all this stuff. And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Oh, like I like your shirt or something." They're like, "Oh my God." Like But so
Yeah.
I definitely think compliments, even so small, go a long way, but just like boosting a man's ego, and letting him know that you're interested.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah.
I also think too, like if you're meeting someone or you're on a date and you do a very like light, slight touch, just like laugh and like touch their arm or, like just in conversation, like I don't know, like subtle stuff like flirting like that is like something like I'll do if I like the person.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like people are really afraid to touch each other these days, which I mean, yeah, men should be. They shouldn't be touching people.
I
But
have found that with men and I really respect it and appreciate it. I do.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
do.
extending a little permission. Well,
Mm-hmm.
so I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What if flirting isn't about getting someone else's attention, and what if it's about remembering who you are?
Hmm. So
Yeah.
how do you think it could make you remember who you are?
So I think of flirting as like a way of life. Like it's an
Okay.
expression of fun and life force energy. And this is what I've been diving into and teaching for years now with sensuality and sensual practice. But um I think it's more of like a way of expressing yourself because if you really like take a second and if you're listening and you're not driving, then it's perfect. But if you are driving, keep your eyes open. But like even if you just take 2 seconds to like close your eyes and take a deep breath and feel into your body and like feel into a moment where you were super flirty and playful and having fun Like you probably felt confident, you probably felt free, you probably felt safe. Maybe like your spine was tall and your shoulders were back and your head was up and you were just like your shoulders were just loose and you just didn't care. Like you just did not care and you just were having fun. And it's like it's this energy coming from you, and you can open your eyes again when you feel ready. But like that energy, it's your life force and your creative energy coming from you, and it's overflowing as a gift to people around you. And it could be to a romantic partner, or it could be to someone you know, or like a neighbor or like just a hobby. Maybe you're flirting with something in your life or like you flirt with yourself in the mirror or like it's kind of like to be in that energy. It's like a number of things have to be met first,
Hmm.
you
You're
know?
right. Because like if you're not in a good headspace or anything, like you're not going to be out there acting that way. You know what I mean? Or if you're
Yeah,
not feeling comfortable or feeling good or
yes, if you're not feeling safe or if you don't have your needs met or
hmm.
if you haven't been nourishing yourself, then you're going to be more in a survival, like closed off state. Whereas if you're operating from a place of overflow, then
Hmm.
it's like, oh yeah, like you just, and also like being safe and having that self-acceptance. I have some notes on like how to get into this energy, in case you're wondering, like, okay, that sounds nice, but like how the fuck, like,
Yeah, what
like
if I'm just not feeling it ever?
yeah, I'm not in that space. I'm not feeling it. Perimenopause, whatever, all the, or actual menopause, or like just tired or life or whatever it may be. But just having that reorientation of like flirting as a way of life and a way of expressing yourself and having fun rather than like flirting is for one person or someone's
Mhm.
attention. Like decentering men, like it's flirting isn't about men, it's about you having fun and being you.
It's
Um,
so funny because I only view it as like being towards men.
really?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
for sure. Even if it's not a man that I like even if like I could just tell like someone's being overly nice to me at Home Depot or something, you know what I mean? Because they're like, oh, let me help out this girl, like I'll be like, oh my God, thank you, like a little flirty, like to be like, hey, I appreciate it. I'll make it feel good. I'm having fun, like win-win.
Yes. Yeah. Well, okay, so in terms of flirting with actual men, I have a tip, or people or person you're dating. My one tip is like if you feel awkward flirting, because I am someone who like, and I do think it might be an Aquarius thing, but like me and my best friend growing up, like we are just we're usually very silly around each other, around people, and we can be like kind of high energy, just happy,
Yeah.
say hi to people, talk to people, look them in the eye, smile, and people would always think that we were flirting with them because we're just happy people.
Yeah.
That has been like an issue like a
Mhm.
number of times, like in a job or like a friend or like just out on the street, like someone thinks you like them but you're just a happy person. And so if you're someone who, but then when I actually do like someone and I want to flirt with them, I feel like I don't know how, and I'll just be super awkward and like not know what to say. Just
Jamie likes you if she gets awkward.
yeah, no, if I'm attracted to you, I'll get very awkward.
Uh,
And so, but yeah, if that is you where you're like, yeah, I just shut down around people I'm actually interested in, um, be mean or tease men. They fucking love it. They love it so much. Just be mean to them or tease them or like be indifferent and they will like eat it up. They love it so much. So
Yeah, it is funny. How do you feel about, like the old classic, like if you're out somewhere and making eye contact with somebody, like somebody that you like think is cute that you think might be looking at you, there's that old like look at them and then look away. Like, do you think that's still a good flirting tactic?
yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. I like, yeah, that works. You can look at them, look away, like make eye contact, smile.
Yeah.
Just, yeah, giving them some like invitation, really.
Hmm.
It's just the
Yeah.
invitation.
I will say when I was newly single and not really looking to like talk to anybody, I was at a bar with a girlfriend and she kept saying that this guy, she was like, he keeps looking at you, like, oh my gosh. And he was gorgeous, and so cute. But I wasn't really ready to start dating or anything. And I was like, no, like you're being ridiculous. He's not, whatever. And then he
Yeah.
went and sat down at like a table with all his friends and we were sitting at the bar. And she was like, all right, she was like, when you go to the bathroom, she was like, I want you to walk slow past this table, and I will tell you if he looks at you. And if he does, then that'll prove that I'm right. And he has been watching you, and he's interested. And I was like, all right, whatever. So then I went and I come back, and she's like, oh my gosh. She's like, girl, if you saw the way he was looking at me, and it was so funny, but like, you're right, it does put you into like a very playful spirit, and then so
Yeah.
I became flirty and was like joking with her and like not necessarily with this man, like
Yeah.
not talking to him directly, but it was. And it just like, we were laughing and we had fun with it. And like she was cracking me up. And like, so
Yeah.
it can just like removing the man aside, like not looking for anything to happen from it, it can just make you feel good and playful. And like, it's a good
Yes.
thing.
Yeah, just flirting with life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay, so I wrote flirting is best spent on yourself and then you let it overflow into your world. So I
Okay.
actually
So what do you
have
mean flirting with yourself? Because that makes me laugh. I'm like, I can't. Like,
that okay, perfect, because I actually wrote it down. I have a
okay.
little flirt challenge.
Mm.
So we can copy and paste it in the notes so that way if anyone wants to write it down and like
Okay.
challenge themselves this week, it could be really fun. Do you think you'll do it, Amber?
I think I have to hear it first.
Okay.
I don't really like to go into things blindly anymore. I'm
That's fair.
making informed decisions in my life now.
You don't trust me?
Well, I trust you. I just don't know if I want to do
Okay.
it.
All right. Well, so the first thing we're starting really easy is you put a little like love post-it note on the mirror,
Hmm.
like you sexy bitch, or like look how cute you are today, or like just something.
Hmm.
Just a funny little note. Like I love to think about if you want to learn how to flirt with yourself or how to flirt with the world, watch Queer Eye.
I've not seen that.
Oh my God, that's why you don't know because it's
No, I don't know. I don't
it's
know.
so sweet and wholesome and so like
Yeah.
touching and heartfelt and amazing. But one thing they really invite all of their like guests on the show, the heroes they call them, into is like self-confidence, self-love. And so putting a little sticky note on the mirror that's like, you look so cute today, or um
Yeah.
like anything that makes you smile, like girl power or like a knock knock joke. Like,
Oh, I love a good dad joke.
yeah, yeah, you could be like, knock, knock, who's there? Like a knockout, or like, I don't know. You could find
I've
one
not
that
heard that one.
I just
That
made it
is
up.
funny.
Um, but yeah, you could find one that's like a confidence related one. You know what I mean? Like gorgeous, like something that has like
Yeah.
gorgeous or pretty or sexy or something in it. So post a little love note, post it on your mirror so you read it when you like brush your teeth.
Right.
You could dance every morning for at least 5 days in a row to music that makes you smile. So again, it's like not about dancing sexy. It's
Hmm.
like music that makes you smile. So for me, that's like Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, Marvin Gaye, or like yeah, just so much music. Like something that makes you smile and feel like an overflow of good energy.
So I will say that, like during the summertime, like I get ready for work and usually my kids are still asleep, whereas during like the school year, it's just like a rat race, right? We all wake up early and we're up together. But since they're sleeping most of the mornings, like I put my AirPods in while I'm getting ready or like making my coffee. And so I put music on and I have like it's like a new thing for me, just like the summer where I like dance in the morning because I'm
Yeah.
just like by myself. I'm in a good mood. I'm making my coffee, and like it can really like set the day up for success. So God bless you.
Thank you.
So I agree with that one. I think that's a good one. Get in touch
Yeah.
with yourself, have fun.
Dance in the morning for at least 5 days in a row. The
Hmm.
third one, practice winking in the mirror.
Oh God, I can't do that because I have a joke wink.
No, okay,
I
I
go,
think it's hereditary. We all
like
suck
that's
at
my joke all
winking.
the time. I do it to my daughter, like,
Yeah. No, I think our whole family just sucks at winking. Ben is so good at winking. He does it all the time. And
like
it's
just like, how can you
so
take yourself seriously? Like,
like I think it takes practice though.
I think we both just did it. I think we did
Practice in the mirror.
it.
I know. Yeah. But this is
We
practice
need
in
Ben. We
the
need
mirror.
Ben.
I know, I know. Yeah, we do need him and to do a little like demonstration. He went for a walk and is catching up with a friend, but he would be the perfect one. Because you know how like older people will wink at you? It's just like a little reassuring wink, like, hi, I see you, like I'm paying attention, like it's
Mm.
like just a good
It
I don't
is
know,
cute.
I love it when older people wink because it's just like oh hello you, like I'm paying attention to you, like welcome or like I don't
I don't think the old people in New Jersey where I am are winking. A lot of them are very like Italian soprano old men. Like I can't imagine them like a Tony Soprano lookalike being like, "Hey,
Italians
girl."
are the masters of flirting, so they
Oh,
would
they
be
are.
very
They
offended.
are. I will give you that. They are.
Yeah, New Jersey Italians, so I don't know, that might be something else. But yeah, so practice winking because you might be like Amber and I be very bad at it.
Mm.
Um, Look at yourself naked in the mirror. Have you ever done this?
I will plead the fifth. I'm too modest to answer that question, even though we talk about some things, but
Yeah, well, okay, well, so I think it's extremely healthy and necessary as a woman just to like be
Mhm.
familiar with your body, with your anatomy, knowing yourself intimately in that way and like have sitting in front of a mirror or having a small mirror that you can put down and just like observe and get familiar with yourself from a place of self-love rather than, which is so common with women, self-judgment and
Mhm.
comparison. It's like actually observe yourself as yourself in the mirror, naked, just with loving eyes. And it shouldn't be, if it feels scary, it's like, why? If the idea of that to anyone listening feels scary, it's it's just you. It's
Mm.
just you and you're beautiful and you're perfect. And to allow yourself to take the time to sit with you as you are naturally is like a really beautiful moment. A lot of people have emotional reactions to that because they maybe have never done it before, or they've always just looked in the mirror and had judgments rather than appreciating or just being present. Um,
Yeah.
and there's a really amazing movie I highly recommend called Je m'appelle Agneta. It's on Netflix. But she like gets a job as an au pair. She's in Sweden, I think. And she gets a job as an au pair in France to an older boy, and he ends up being this like older man who is like kind of declining health in the beginning you think he's crazy, but really he helps her. Like she like wears this little zip up hoodie and like never shows her body. She like shames herself. She like loves cheese and will eat it sometimes, but then she's just like always hating on her body, mean to herself, like very buttoned up culture that she's from, where it's like they never let go, they never have fun, they never are silly, they never flirt. They're like the
Mm.
Swedish people, Swedish people never flirt. So,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, it's just like it's about her like falling in love with herself as she is and like finding freedom. And it's such a beautiful movie. It's such a feel-good movie. I highly recommend. But yeah, you see her do that in the movie where she's like, I think she's in her early 40s or mid 40s, but she's like looking at herself in the mirror and rather than like grabbing all the places she's judging, she just starts like hugging herself and like, crying and being like, I'm so sorry and like I love you so
Oh, that's
much.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an important rite of passage, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, wear cute pajamas and not just the cozy ones,
Hmm.
but
I
like
agree. I
A
totally
silky
agree with
night
that.
slip or a
Mhm.
cute tank top and shorts and like a beautiful like robe, like a silky
Mhm.
robe.
I agree with that. I have a lot of different types of pajamas and I have a lot of pajama sets
Yeah.
and I do. I love that. I think that's great.
Yeah. But not cozy PJs. We're not talking about the button up.
Yeah, no, like not the thermals or the flannels or whatever, but no, like cute like
Yeah.
tank tops and shorts and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Like a
Mhm.
silky little PJ set. If you are in the market for them, on Depop and Poshmark, there's some really awesome, like vintage 100% silk Victoria's Secret ones for like 20-30 bucks. So those are
Yeah.
really awesome. I love doing that. Waking up and being like in a slip dress and a robe is just like you just feel like the queen of the world. Like
Yeah.
it's infinite confidence boost. You just look in the mirror, you're like, oh my God, I'm gorgeous. And like meanwhile, your hair is crazy and like your teeth are gross and like
Mm.
you but you're like,
Yeah.
I'm so hot. Like it's a
My
good
messy bun is so hot.
reflection. No one can handle this. And it's like,
No, I agree. I agree.
yeah.
I
I
support that.
hmm The last two things are buy yourself flowers. Yeah. I think every
I've done
woman,
that. I think that's great.
yeah, every woman should buy herself flowers.
Hmm.
And the last challenge is be playful in public. Go outside and yell something funny. So if you need a specific idea for how to be playful in public, going outside and yelling something funny, like I love howling at the moon. I'll
Hmm.
just go outside in the parking lot and howl at the moon. I did it yeah, 2 nights ago with my friend Olivia before she left on her trip. She came over and it's a full moon today actually.
Mm.
But it was huge and like orange and pink, and we were just like howling at the moon in the parking
That's
lot.
very playful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, another good mu movie suggestion where like a woman reclaims her energy and her flirtatiousness and her life force is Far Away, which I think Amber, you watched part of it or
Mm-mm. I've not. I
no?
think you've told me about it, but I haven't yet. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. It's so good. It's so good. I want to rewatch it, but I'll never forget. This was when I was still bartending, but there was this you Albanian guy who would come in. He had an accent. He was like an attorney and always wearing like Gucci and like very much kind of like a little bit of gym tan laundry energy. But like he
I'm
was a
very
really
familiar.
nice, yeah, just like but a really nice person, sweetheart, like always like great manners, but he was like he was like, so what you been up to? And I was like, oh, I watched Far Away on Netflix and I loved it. He was like, me too. He was,
Oh, that's so
yeah,
cute.
he was like, when she put on that red dress and like strutted out.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
funny when you have moments like that with men, like I was
Yeah.
like a song came on the other day and I said to one of my guy friends, I was like, "Oh, this is like from Serendipity." And he knew the
Mm.
movie and he was quoting from the movie. And I was just like, "Whoa, like okay,
Yes. Yeah,
yeah."
when they are all about the feminine and when they're like, yeah, like she was in her feminine energy or like they just,
Mm.
yeah, it's so funny. But that also is a really good one about like losing your life force and your flirtatiousness with life, taking everything so seriously, being everything for everyone and
Yeah.
like having nothing for yourself and like not flirting with yourself or life and then like having a reawakening.
Well, and I can totally relate to that. And for women like starting over and going back out and like learning how to flirt and stuff, like I do agree with you with what you're saying with like just be comfortable with your body and like if you put limitations on yourself or like how you should be dressing or expectations like you were saying, like for so long I just like completely dressed like a mom like all the time. And it's not even something that like I chose as like my own style that I liked. It was just something that I almost felt like I had to do. And my ex-husband would make comments like very early on, even when I was in my early 20s, like you shouldn't wear low-cut shirts or something like that. And I never even wore anything revealing, but even just like the little bit, like, and so he got in my head. And then eventually you're like, oh no, I shouldn't be wearing that. And then like, like 5 years ago, I was only wearing one pieces because, I'm like with my kids and I'm like, I'm a mom and stuff. But last year I had like a lot of crazy stuff happen and I spent some time out in California. And all the moms out there, no matter what age they are or what their bodies look like, they're walking around in string bikinis.
Yeah.
And like I was picking out a bikini and like I was like, I am not gonna wear these bikinis. Like these are string bikinis. Like I have like my mom one piece black, with the cute little crisscross in the back and
Yeah.
my suitcase, and like so ended up getting like a more revealing bikini, which is very much out of my element, and like
Uh-huh.
my like comfort zone. And I wore it and I wore it with a wrap, because I was like, oh my God, it's like short in the back.
Yeah.
But like I ended up like I was super uncomfortable. And
Mhm.
then I just got like more and more uncomfortable. And I was like, well, why do I have to like feel like I have to wear a one piece? And like whether you're in shape or not, like doesn't matter. But like I was comfortable with my body and I was like happy with like my weight and where I was at. But like for some reason I still felt like I had to be in this box where like
Yeah.
you are a mom, so you should be in a one piece or whatever. And not that I wear string bikinis here in New Jersey. Like there's like an in between for me. There's definitely a California attire and New Jersey attire. But I've become a lot more liberal with like my swimsuits, the things I wear and stuff like that. And it's things that like make me feel comfortable and good. And I'm like, I don't have to like cover myself up and just be what I think everybody else wants me to be. Like I can just wear whatever feels good for me, you know?
Yeah. Like the belief, the inherent belief that like a woman's body is sexual or wrong or like,
Yes.
yeah, like no. Mm-mm.
Yeah. It's like if you show something, then automatically it has to be sexual, but it doesn't, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I struggled with that so much with like being around our family sometimes because one thing
Mm,
I didn't realize is like if I'm wearing a normal tank top because I'm so short, other people are like right above me looking down.
okay.
So like they see when I look in the mirror, I'm wearing a normal shirt. When they're looking at me, they're seeing right down my shirt.
I mean, you have been known to show up to family gatherings in very thin shirts with no bra, and like,
Well,
and I'm like, there's children here, Sam. Like,
yeah, but that's the thing. It's like why I just don't understand. Like men have nipples and they show and like I don't know. So I've always felt this pressure like around our family of like and it's kind of like my body shape too. Like no matter how thin I am, like the body type, I really like the Kibbe body system of like soft natural, which is mine, which is like the same as I don't know, there's a lot of celebrity bodies you can look at that are like the different types. But it's like with my type, it's like the dressing suggestions. It's like when I wear tight things, like I could wear the same outfit as someone else, but because of my curves, it
mhm.
looks like vulgar on me. Whereas the same outfit on someone else looks totally normal and fine and doesn't look the same way. So
Well,
it's
and
like
that's what we have to change. It should just be whatever you're comfortable in, you know?
yeah, but that's like when I realized when I was like reading about it and watching like videos on YouTube about it, I was like, oh, this is why I always feel like if I wear the same thing as like someone else wears, like on me, I look like a porn star, but on them, they just look like Tuesday. Like it's just like a cute
Yeah,
outfit
for
for the random
sure.
day. And yeah, so anyway, but it's a like as a woman, like monitoring your body like is so dumb when men don't have to do the same thing just to exist. It's like
Yeah. Well, and
yeah.
you have to like liberate yourself and like be wearing whatever you want to wear that feels comfortable and what you feel pretty in and good in, you know?
Hmm.
So, any other suggestions on how to be flirty?
Okay, so
Let's talk about being flirty through text because we're in a very digital age, right?
mhm,
With text messaging, not as many people want to call. I've been experiencing a lot of people who want to FaceTime, which is nice. It's kind of like the best of both worlds.
yeah.
So like if you're texting, messaging, that kind of stuff, like what are your rules for flirting and
Okay, I have a lot of them, but I actually what is the book what is the book app? Oh, I just had it. Where it's like audiobooks. Um mm, I bought an entire book on this subject. And it was honestly so amazing. It was like it blew my mind and I highly Audible. That's the name of the app.
hmm
Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Highly recommend this book. I have it in my course as like a resource um to check out. But oh, text so good he can't ignore. Sassy Texting Secrets by Bruce Bryans.
Oh, okay, because I know you have given me some advice about like how often to message. Okay,
Yeah,
there it is on the screen for everybody on YouTube.
there's the book.
And I know you've told me, and then like, but sometimes I get to a point where I'm like, if I want to message them back and we're like having a dialogue, I want to. And then like other
Yeah.
times I don't want to, but it's like, I don't know, should there be some thought into it?
Well, so I think the reason why I think this book was so helpful is because it's by a man and it's like the man's perspective. So he's saying like if you're like, should we go on a second date this week? LOL. Like
Mhm.
if a girl sends that, they're like, if a woman sends that, it's like, should we go on a second date this week? LOL. Like, maybe. And then, but a man is going to receive that and he's going to be like, oh, she's insecure. She's reaching out first. Like, she doesn't have other options. She's bored. And that's why she's thinking about hanging out with me because I must be so amazing that she just can't stop thinking about me. And like, and the LOL at the end, if you're putting LOLs at the end of your text messages, like, stop immediately. Or like too many emojis. Just be fucking mean all the time and you'll get what you want. Like, just,
I will say I agree with you, like flirty wise and like even just like relationship wise, like I would never say like, hey, do you want to get together? Or hey, do you want to have a second date? Like I don't do that. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because like, yeah, leave that in their court.
I love, I think being flirty and texting is like just, yeah, teasing someone, sending gifts. I love sending
Mhm.
gifts. Like instead of responding with what you mean or your idea, like send a gif or be like, well, I don't know if I can share that information or like, one thing Kristen would always say to people, they would be at a bar and some guy would come up and buy us a drink, and then he would like ask our names, and she'd be like, I think you're moving a little fast, buddy. Or she would be like, I don't know, she would just be like, wow, I feel so close to you now. Or like
That is really funny. That is funny.
yeah, just like tease them. Don't answer their questions, make them work for it. Like, don't always just be like, here's the question, here's the response. Here's the thing, here's my response. Like, ping pong, ping pong. Like, be like, ooh, let the ball fly. And like, don't even, just let them
Yeah.
have fun. Like, literally play with them like a cat. Like, that's what they want. They love that. So, it's not. And again, it's not about playing games. It's about you just having fun and like prioritizing yourself. And like, if you're dating a man, you don't really know him well. And if you do know him well, then he's probably your boyfriend. And then you're not like, it's like,
Hmm.
then you already have achieved a connection and like some sort of chemistry and dynamic. And like, um, but yeah, when you're just dating someone, it's like, I don't know this person. I'm not gonna like, it's yeah, you don't know them. Just have fun. Don't take it seriously and stop like telling everyone everything about you all the time. Like
Hmm.
they don't deserve that and they don't even want to know right away. Like I went on so many dates when I think I can't even remember when it was, but when I was like single and dating, I would go on these dates where like the man would like it kind of was like here's all my deepest traumas. And then like, oh, well, here's all my deepest traumas. And then like, do we feel some kind of spark? Maybe not. Like, and it's just like this big trauma dump. And it's
Hmm.
very weird. And I remember changing that mindset of like, no, I want to connect with people over joy rather than pain and
Yeah.
create a connection based on that. But obviously, you do have to work in the history and trauma at some point because you want to make sure that they can navigate conflict and challenges in a way that is compatible with the way you want to live your life. So, but yeah, just fucking don't even text these men back. They'll be obsessed.
Okay, so nice and light and breezy,
Yeah.
nothing too serious.
Yeah, what do you think?
No, I agree with you. Yeah, I think like I've noticed like on my like really busy days when like I don't get back to somebody, and maybe it's not because like I'm like, oh, I already got back to you and I'm gonna wait like 4 hours to get back to you again. Like it's not like
Yeah.
that. It's just like I have a
No.
life, I'm busy. So
Yeah.
sometimes I don't get back to you till the next day. Like, yeah, you could definitely sit there like, you know, like,
Yeah.
hey, where are you? Like, did you have a good day? Like, do you want to hang out? Like, blah, blah,
What are
blah,
you doing? Like,
yeah, so like I definitely agree with that. But I agree. I think like, texting and stuff, like keep it nice and light. Like don't be available all day long to message back. And like what you're saying, like keep it fun and stuff. And then get to know them when you're like in person more.
yeah, because that's a big mistake is like getting to know, like texting a lot. Oh my God, I think it happened like twice where like there was a reason why I couldn't go on a date with someone. So then we ended up texting for like 2 weeks. And then by the time we got to our first date, it felt like there was a chemistry and we knew each
Mhm.
other. But then on the first date, it was like awkward and it was like, this is not a match. And like, where did the
Yeah.
person that I was texting go?
And
So,
then honestly, it's like disappointing. That happened to me my very first date when I started dating.
yeah.
Like I talked to this guy for like 2 weeks. The conversation was amazing. Like his pictures were really cute. Like we had a lot in common. And then I sat down across from him at the table, and within 2 minutes, I was like, oh,
No.
it just wasn't there,
Yeah.
And yeah, it
Yeah.
can be disappointing.
Yeah. So just like respecting yourself enough to be like, this person doesn't like deserve to be a center of attention in my life. Like I have other things
Hmm.
going on and like I'll get to know them in person when I'm across from them and that's like great. Um
Exactly.
So, and this goes back to the like the being the center of your own universe and like building a world of your own podcast. So, if you haven't listened to that, we highly recommend going and listening to that one because that teaches you how to decenter men and decenter relationships and like being the center of your own universe, being the queen in your life and having that confidence and self-love and self-respect. And then also the boundaries podcasts are really great too for that because it's like you need that foundation, or else you'll just be like, are you
Mhm.
giving me attention? Like just ping ponging back and forth between different dudes flirting, and it's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I do think when you put yourself in that position and like you create that world and you have your boundaries and stuff, it not only like centers you and makes you like in a really healthy place in your life, but then like you're offering that stability and that version of you to like people you're meeting. So like then when you do find somebody that's compatible, like you're hoping you're getting the best version of them, and you're also giving that. So,
yeah,
and
it's like,
that's when you match well with people.
yeah, like we're two whole people co-creating
Mhm.
together.
Yeah, like I'm not clingy, I'm not dependent, like I just like I have a great life, and if you can add value to it, that's
Mhm.
amazing, and vice versa.
Yeah. An important note that I made is flirting with life is where your adult you and your inner child meet. And so like it's playful and fun, but it's also sexy. So it's like your inner child can be free and be playing, but then your adult you gets to play too. And so
Hmm.
it's like it's kind of a flirting is like kind of the only middle ground between the two. Of
Yeah, I
like,
could see that for sure. Yeah.
yeah. So like allowing that part of you to like come out to play because
Hmm.
I've been doing a lot of inner child healing the last few months, like lots of like stickers and cutesy pajamas and like anything I wanted as a child, like I am getting, buying, doing, and it's been really fun. But like the flirting is where like the adult me and that inner child me gets to like meet. And
Yeah.
yeah, so that's really nice.
So I will say another flirting tactic, which I follow these two guys who are on like Instagram, and they just like they're always joking and they talk about relationship stuff and like like what's the one thing a woman said that like you can't get over, or like like what's the one thing you found out that crushed you, and like it's usually like so funny, right? So they talk about red flags and they talked about green flags the other day, and they're like, what's something a woman could say that could make you just be like, oh, okay, this is it, like, oh my gosh, I am obsessed with her. And the one guy said he had a woman, they were on a date, and she leaned over and touched his bicep. I was like, oh my gosh, it is as big as it looks. It feels so good. And he was like, that's it. She can have whatever she wants. I love her. I want to be with her. But I think like with flirting, it's just like if you like this person and stuff, just telling them things to make them feel good, you know what I mean? Like goes a long way. So I thought that was cute.
It's funny. I actually think the opposite.
Really?
Hmm.
Like I'm not saying like shower them with compliments the whole time, but just like one little one, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, a very small compliment could be good, but I've found in the past, and again, maybe it has a correlation with narcissists, but like men, like if I were to compliment them, it would be like, I love the way you do that for me.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Like I would make it about me. 'Cause like anything you tell men, they will be like, "Oh, I'm the greatest." Like they immediately they
I have ex-boyfriends and I'm like, I definitely sent them back into the world thinking they're much better than they actually are.
yes.
Like they're gonna
Yes.
get crushed because like, you know,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah.
And like the only person who I've done differently with even like is Ben, my fiance, but even still it took a while for me to be like gassing him up all the time, which I do now, but like it's still I'm still like no, he needs to know he's like lucky to be with me, and like
Yeah.
um and just like um anything you say to a man, they're like, oh, it's because I'm so amazing. They just naturally do that. So
I
I think,
have found that. Yeah, I have. But
yeah,
I think it's with like a particular kind of man too. You know what I mean? We've talked about like different types of men and stuff. And like for some reason, I feel like I'm like a magnet for narcissist people,
yeah,
which has gotten better now
in the
that I have my
past.
boundaries.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely men like that will take like one tiny compliment and run with it and just think that they're like amazing.
Well, even Ben, like I love Ben now, and I love how Ben is so confident and how he loves that I gas him up, and I love like the energy. But even if I'm like, oh, I'm so happy today, he internalizes that as like, yeah, I'm doing a good job because she's so happy today.
Yeah.
And it's great because he like lives for it. Like he loves it gives him energy and it lights him up. But like it's you need like I just want to draw that line for women listening. Like don't just go and be like, "Oh, your biceps are so big. Wow, it sounds like you're from a great family." Like you have handsome eyes. Like because they'll be like, "I do. So what am I doing with you? I could probably get better." Like men are so
Well,
crazy.
that will weed out the wrong kind of men to begin with. But I feel like the bicep thing is like 4 or 5 dates in. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We're not leading off with that.
No. And it's like, yeah. And I highly recommend reverse psychology, like do that to yourself. Like if you do anything nice for them, or if they do something nice for you, rather than thinking like, oh, they're such a nice person, they held the door open for me. It's like, oh, I'm so amazing that they held the door open for me. Like, I'm so
Mhm.
gorgeous that they like got my jacket and put it on for
Oh.
me. Or, like, like
Yeah.
do that for yourself because that's what men do.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Okay. So I have a recipe for confidence. If
Okay.
you hear it.
Yes.
This is my philosophy for confidence. Um, so if you're currently like, well, I want to flirt, but I don't like I feel awkward, I don't know how, or like I would be uncomfortable. The secret to feeling free, not being held back by limitations, judgment, not comparing yourself to other people, feeling flirty and safe and free and fun and like yourself, 30, flirty and thriving. You can grow slash practice confidence by simply being absolutely okay with any experience you have at all. So
Mhm.
if you can feel safe having any experience or being perceived any kind of way, like any outcome, um, then you'll feel safe and then you'll just focus on having fun and expressing yourself. And then the person doing that, the person who does that is always like the most magnetic sexiest person in the room. Because it's
Yeah, I
like,
agree.
yeah. So it's like if
Yeah.
you can feel safe, like like I'll take a chance and do something silly, and if they don't react in a way that would make me like laugh or smile or feel good, if they like act weird or like if they respond in a strange way, like I'm okay. Like I'm not dependent on their reaction. Like I'm safe no matter what happens. Then that's when you really can just be like so silly and free and flirty in yourself.
Yeah, and I think that's a great way to even know if you're like wasting your time with somebody or not, or if you want to like keep like investing your time in someone. Because like now that I'm dating, there's definitely men who like I like and they're great and I have a good time with them, but I don't feel like I can be myself 100% around them. And
Yeah.
I notice that. Like I notice that like I'm not as like relaxed and I'm not joking around and I'm not being a little goofy. And
Yeah.
then there's other men that I feel like totally comfortable doing that with. And like, so I think like letting your flirty side out can really show you that because like the man can be great and you could be having a good time, but like if you don't feel like you can just be joking around and flirty and stuff, like then it's probably just not the right connection for you, you know?
Yeah,
So,
because that is just like such a boring way to live. Like life is short and
oh yeah. Like some of these people are so serious and I'm like,
yeah.
yeah.
I will say that Ben, when we first started dating, I remember it was like the second or third date. I broke my own rule, and
Mm,
it's only because it was Ben, though. Like, if you met him, you'd be like, wow, this is a good person. Like, he's safe to be around.
yeah.
But I let him come inside my apartment and sit on my couch after our date, which is like, I would normally never do that. But it was our third date, I think. And he would just like, I remember being like, oh my God, I'm so like he's so sweet and nice, but he is boring. I remember just being like he's so serious and like because we would just have these serious conversations and like these
Mm,
like deep conversations, just talk about feelings and thoughts. And he's a Cancer and we love Cancer men. But it took a while for his like it took a bit for him to feel safe. Um, in his full expression. And that was like a point of growth during our relationship where we kept addressing it. And he was like, if I'm not growing at a rate that works for you, I totally understand if this relationship isn't a match for you. Because where I was at was like, I want to have fun and be free and freely say how I feel, make jokes, be awkward, be silly, and like that's where I'm at and that's what I want. And he was very much still in like people
Beaver, beaver.
pleaser mode
Yeah.
and reserved and like so serious. And but now like we have so much fun. Like we laugh all the time and like even our neighbor friends are like, yeah, when we walk by, we always hear you guys laughing inside.
Oh, I love that. See, that's what everybody wants. Yeah.
Yeah, like we have so much fun and we're just like I don't yeah, we're just little weirdos together and that's that's what you want. You want it to be like sexy and weird and fun and but also like serious and real when you need that and it's a dance,
Yeah.
but yeah. So that's
I
been like
love that.
it did take some time for that to come
Yeah.
out with him, and that was a huge priority for me. So it was like I was evaluating it as we were dating and getting to know each other, and yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
All right, good. I hope this helped people learn how to be flirty and give you some good tips. And
Hmm.
I think it just really boils down to like be yourself and be comfortable, and feel good about yourself. So,
Yeah. And don't be afraid to like say the weird thing that pops in your head
yeah.
because
Yeah.
that's what makes you you, and that's great.
Yeah, I agree. And don't be afraid to express yourself. Wear what you want to wear, say what you want to say, right? Act goofy, do all the things. So,
Listen to Madonna.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm more of
Express
a
yourself.
Sabrina Carpenter, Ariana Grande girl in the morning, but
Okay.
so,
Well,
all right, well, let us know your thoughts. Sam is going to link that book. And then there was one other thing you were going to put in there.
the challenge, the flirt challenge.
Yes, the challenge.
Yeah.
So,
You can follow me at Sammy B Love on Instagram and make sure to give us a 5-star review on Spotify and subscribe on YouTube. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think and if you're going to start flirting with yourself or if you're going to do the flirting challenge and share this with a friend who you might want to do the challenge with.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, we'll see you next time. Bye.